Alright, folks, what's crappening? Back to the old drawing board. Well, it's the last day of the week, so I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. 5:57. Oh well. I got out actually pretty early, so it's just my car wasn't all fixed up. Anyway, got my food. I did grab water. Okay. So, how y'all doing? So I didn't get to finish off Wednesday. I don't think I did. Today's the 21st of November, by the way. My uncle had a successful surgery, which good on Rick, because Rick deserves to be fixed up, because dude's been broken for so long, man. Yeah, that dude's had some pretty horrible bodily problems. So with that being said, yesterday he's recovering well, from what I heard, which is awesome. Good on Rick. Rick's going to be up there at his sister's till next month, till after Thanksgiving. And then, Jack's coming over with us on Thanksgiving, so it's just Jack's by herself throughout the week, and then next Thursday she's with us. But yeah, she's staying home for her dogs, but this weekend, and yeah, I get paid sometime next week, so I should be able to make a payment on the Rick after Thanksgiving. Wish I could just pay it off then and there. I wish I somehow knew how to plop $1,900 in my fucking account. Bada boom, But anyway, Wednesday, I don't really know. It was a quick and easy day. The week was going pretty good with Laura and I. Some people don't like working with Laura, which, makes sense, because Friday was bad, but, I mean, she has her little minor annoying problems, but we just do it and get it done, and we're done early, so it works, but typically I don't want to work with Laura forever, but, but yeah, Wednesday was pretty alright, Just got today, and then that's it. So yesterday, however, Thursday, I ended up not going to the buildings to work with Laura. I ended up going to Winder again, so it wasn't too pleasing, honestly. Some people were happy to see me back, and they were like, oh, you're back. And a couple of people were like, oh, you're back. Most of the people didn't really give a shit too much. Most people didn't really care too much, which I don't blame them, but at the same time, Christina and a couple others were like, oh, a lot of people have been asking about you over there, and then I get there, and then no one really gives a fuck that I'm there, so I'm just like, okay, so much for y'all asking where I was. I come back, y'all don't even give a fuck that I'm there. I don't know, maybe that just sounds kind of pity-ish, I guess, so don't, it's whatever, really. I'm just saying what yesterday felt like, but it was a trip coming back, it was a trip coming back, but then again, it wasn't even a whole week that I was gone, so But it was just yesterday because Christina and Maria were gone. But supposedly Maria's gone today too, from what Javier told me. So I don't know if Christina... Pretty sure Christina will be back today too. So I have it confirmed that about Christina getting upset about the way I left it. She actually was kind of mad about it, which I don't know what the fuck to tell you, because, you know, I mean, sure, I didn't put some of the things back where, but I don't know how you like things set up, you know what I mean? I was by myself for not even that long, and, you know, I don't remember how you have everything set up, so it's just like, you know, that I can understand if it's a little irritating. Things aren't put back where you like them after coming back after a while. So I could see that being a little irritating, but honestly, who gives a fuck? So, hold on. Alright, so I had to sneeze. I'll stop the video so I can sneeze. I got medicine for my nose finally. It's definitely a trip, not gonna lie. So, yeah, you know, so I guess she was mildly annoyed about that and was actually giving me crap about it. And I was just like, I basically straight up told her, I don't know what to tell you, you know, because, you know, it sucks that things weren't put back as great as they should have been. You know, I didn't lock the car doors, but, like, who cares, you know what I mean? Maybe I didn't restock stuff either, but, you know, it's like, you know, but, yeah. When you don't care anymore, it'll tend to do that, but, you know, still, it's not that big of an issue. Just gives you some time to kill to pick back up what was picked up. But the building itself to look like shit, you know, you can't tell me that, because it did. It's gonna look like shit either regardless, or it's gonna look good for a while. And, you know, I did what I could to make it look good, and I did what I could to put it back the same way, so I can't hear I don't want to hear anything, you know what I mean? Anyway, with that being said, that's just what I heard yesterday. But I'm just following the update on that with the whole shit list thing. Shit show on Friday, you know what I mean? I feel like I got a burp. Sorry, but oh, there we go. Sorry. So, but yeah, yesterday I had to do Winder again with Javier. Javier doesn't like working with Laura either, which makes sense, but yeah. You know, Laura and Javier, they get along, but they don't, you know, so it's just like, yeah, there was like some shit going on between them yesterday, and I was just like, I don't want nothing to do with that. But, on the other hand, you know, I got yesterday done. Few people were pretty ecstatic to see me. Not really, but, you know, some were really like, oh, hey, you're back. But others didn't really care too much. But other than that, I just did my normal list of shit, whatever I could, and then just called it a day. You know? I'm not racist.
Anyway, so yeah, yesterday, and Wednesday, like I said, I beat The Last of Us 2, finally. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, so I'm starting a whole new game over, but I didn't play very much yesterday. I like doing the Last of Us 2 New Game Plus because, I like the fact that you get all the weapons. Because the real fun for me is when you start New Game Plus, play on hard difficulty and you unlock pretty much basically all the good stuff. You could buy all the modes, you could buy slow motion, infinite ammo, and I tell you, man, it's worth replaying The Last of Us again, But story-wise, the first one is definitely better than the second. The first game is definitely better than the second when it comes to story. But gameplay, the second one is definitely better than the first. Hands down. The combat's better. You could dodge. You could fucking... Not too decent variety of weapons. I think the first game was pretty good with having weapons. I wish you can have all the weapons with both of the characters, but no. Ellie gets her certain weapons. Abby gets all her certain weapons. And then that's it. Which, isn't really that great of a variety of weapons, honestly. I like the M16 from the first game, that's what made it a lot funner. It was just mowing motherfuckers down with the M16. Like, that was fun. That's what made the first game hella fun for me. It was, sure, it's limited how many people you kill, and then that's it in the game, or zombies that you kill, and then that's it, but, mowing motherfuckers with the M16 was so fun. It makes you wish you had more than a 30-round mag, that's for sure. And then in Last of Us 2, so far, I'm still Ellie. You get that silenced SMG. It's just like, I wish you could take the silencer off, but oh well. I'm still going to make the fun of it. It's a good silenced weapon to play through and be fast, without alerting people, you know what I mean? As opposed to using the pistol and a built-in silencer, you can use the silence SMG throughout the game and just be happy with that. Spray as much as you fucking want, and you'll have unlimited ammo, man, it's tons of fun, dude. It's tons of fun playing New Game Plus. Might as well get in front of me, bud. There you go. So, other than that, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen today. I don't know if for Javier says that if he'll obviously see me tomorrow if Christina's not here again, which I'm pretty sure she'll be here. And then Maria's supposedly not going to be here again, so we shall see. Oh, and I forgot. No, I didn't. Yeah, I did all that I could work. And that was it. Just did the best, even more elbow grease over there than what I did regularly when I was there, So I also, I got the day done. I went to the doctor, got couple of medicines. I got some nasal spray that has like alcohol in it and some kind of steroid or something. Cause fuck, man, that makes my nose feel all like warm. I was like, whoa, but yeah, because there's a spot in my nose that's just constantly inflaming. And, it's burning up and causing nosebleeds. Just little nosebleeds, not big ones. But, yeah, it's just fucking annoying, man. You know, that spot's annoying. So they said they'll try that and then some lubricant, you know, to just place on top of the wound, you know, and spray first thing in the morning, and then kind of like how I did Vicks and lotion. Yeah, I did freaking lotion from time to time, and you rub it on the wound or wherever, and you know, antibacterial, so you know it stops anything from infecting and proceeding, so then it can help with getting that wound down. So I'm trying it for 2 weeks, and they said I told them if it doesn't stop, because they gave me the option to cauterize it again. I told them, you know, let's try the other things first. If it's still there, if it's still burning and whatnot, then we can cauterize it again. Okay, it's starting to get too hot in here. Anyway, yeah, it's Friday. It's the last weekend before Thanksgiving, and then next weekend, that's it. That's it with November, and then it's off to December. Then we'll be done with 2025, man. Fuck, man. I tell you, time is just fucking zooming. Thought I had to sneeze again. I guess I didn't. So, yeah, you know, that's pretty much it, really. Just gonna get today over with, and then next week's a 4-day weekend. I have Thursday off. So, yeah, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, and then for whatever reason, I gotta work Friday as well, so it's gonna be kind of annoying, but whatever, it's an extra day off some way, somehow. And then 25 days of Christmas. Then after that, the New Year. I got Christmas and the New Year off. Which is why I'm making the best of what I can do at these jobs, so then I can find something bigger, which I'll make a part 2 on. So I'm actually going to end it here. But anyway, y'all have a good Friday, but I'm going to make a part 2.